Okay, let's have an opening prayer first. Okay, let's pray. Okay, let's pray. Before, Lord, thank you for this wonderful day, and I pray, Lord, that this ministry, uh, I hope you bless this ministry and those who help out. Um, I hope uh, we are all blessed also for this message and enlighten us what happened uh, in this end time in nowadays in concerning to the prophecy in the Bible. And Lord, I pray that we can help also for this ministry to be more efficient and consistent in broadcast. And Lord, uh, bless Father Francis and even though Sister Remy and her family and also Ate Ami and those who will listen and listening to the live. I hope you bless them also, Lord. Um, this is our prayer, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, our topic for today is American Folk and Prophecy. So, uh, the denominational thinking. Actually, we tackled this last week. Letter A, the above Manhattan, and letter B, Alberto Rivera, and letter C, Malachi Martin, and letter D, Saint Malachi, the last Pope, and letter E, Fatima Third Prophecy, and letter F is Charles Chinigay. Okay. Pastor Jerry, Brother Francis is not here.
Before about Abram Manhattan, but I forgot. What I still remember
Pastor
on
Jerry,
him is about
did we tackle all this last week? I think we not yet tackle the end time
realization of this. Yes,
yes, we tackle all,
uh,
I heard we tackle Fatima Third Prophecy and Abu Manhattan, Alberto Rivera.
church. We tackled that already, but I think Brother Francis made this part two because something's he want to um expose something.
Okay.
Uh, do you have any idea about this Vatican political power? Because Abraham Manhattan is a British, as I remember, is a British writer, and he's pointing out about he exposed about the internal power within the Vatican also.
The highlights on last week broadcast was Abu Manhattan as the comment. I think that's commentary from Abu Manhattan on what happened to the end time. So that's the reason why I ask question, Brother Francis, what is the connection of the American Pope in prophecy, or what is the significance of this in this last days, in this end time? So maybe Brother Francis is here, or
I'm here already. The signal went dark, so
Brother
I
Francis,
just got it back.
uh where are we in the outline?
Yes,
We're
I think
supposed to
Brad.
be in letter part two, no? Part two is the second part of the outline
But you
about.
have already tackled this, Brad Francis, from A to F, I think.
I requested Father Chiniki to be included if Sister Yet researched it, but uh, I have another one, but it will just be a teaser. In teaser, um,
You did not yet tackle the end time view on what the American Pope in prophecy. So
that's supposed to
this
be
is just
tackled
denominational view.
today. So the denominational view is finished, but no, not yet fully finished. I have two additional two. If Sister Yed's research, Father Chiniki, uh, that's supposed to be included. And if not, maybe any one of you can immediately research it. But
Can
before
I
that,
ask question before we you tackle the end time view on in the denominational view?
okay, before you ask question, I just wish to announce that I just wish to give a teaser here about the Pope who supposedly inventing the Islamic religion. So I wish to
So
play a one
there's
minute
Pope
teaser.
who invented the Islam.
Yes. So I wish to play just 1 minute of it, so I can go to series to play it. So before we play it, and before Father Chiniki, you ask your question first.
Um
What's your
um
question?
my question is, we heard about uh Masonry, Illuminati is what is that? What else? The
Secret organizations.
Jesuit organization. So what is the relation of that those group, or those uh, group in the Catholic, or in the Roman Catholic Church?
So our topic is about the Pope, but we can ask that kind of question. Um, According to Alberto Rivera, I don't know about Avro Manhattan if you can research it. According to Alberto Rivera, if you can show pictures of Alberto Rivera, if you read his comics, no, not his comics, the comics where he was featured in, all the secret societies were invented by the Catholic Church through the Jesuits. The Jesuits were the culprit. So the Jesuits were more secretive in developing those a good picture, no? Developing those or secret organizations, covert black ops, covert organizations. The other orders like Dominicans, Franciscans, etc., they don't do that. Overtly do that. So it is this. If you watch the um, Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code, they feature the Opus Dei having some secret black ops uh, or espionage. Much the same with the CIA, the KGB, the Israeli, Mossad. So the Jesuits were that. That's the testimony of Alberto Rivera. Look at the comics here. You see the prophet there. So that's the teaser I have. Not from the comics, from another source. So I put it in series. You can play it right now. After the question, no? After Father Chiniki. Okay. So I hope I satisfied your. If you read these comics, you're gonna read the papacy in the Jesuits involved in these secret organizations. So before Alberto Rivera
Let me
says,
clear. Let me clear, Brother Francis. So the Masonry and the Illuminatis are created by the Catholic, the Roman Catholic,
according to
to
his
Alberto Rivera.
testimony, yes, according to his testimony,
According to
the
Alberto
different sources,
Rivera, the Jesuit also Jesuit created by the Roman Catholic for the Counter Reformation. I
yes,
have
yes,
source also in the documentaries. I have videos of that.
yes,
They
yes,
created those group for the assassination of those
oppose them,
who will being heretics from them.
yes, heretics, yes. So okay, can I ask? Okay, another
Francis.
question. Okay,
Again, the what is the connection of the Pope being American to the prophecy on the end time, which is we're just waiting for the third temple, for the rapture. So what is the connection of why American Pope? Brother Branham said there will be a Pope, an American. So why it is essential to know.
okay. So show pictures of the American Pope or the prophecy of Brother Branham, and just to answer it very quick before we go into the details, that's part two. Um, Americans want to side with Israel. So that's one. I haven't mentioned that before yet. If Americans want to side with Israel, like the presidents are always supporting Israel, an American pope will have a pope that will side in rebuilding the temple. And in rebuilding the temple, that is much closer than we think about prophecy because the rebuilding the temple is part of the prophecy. So Bar Jackson maybe had an article on that. So Remy and Kate, okay, maybe you can show pictures about Brother Branham's prophecy on the American Pope. Why did Brother Branham mention an American Pope?
Hello, hello.
There's a feedback, Bar Jerry. I'm I'm not yet finished. So let me finish first before you ask your question. Um, the reason Brother Branham mentioned that is not because of supernatural prophecy like a, a message believer would claim. It is by spoken word revelation, understanding. So let me correct the word spoken word. Let me clarify that. Spoken word means God gave you a revelation, and it's not a direct prophecy. It is an understanding that you understand. How did he understand that? Revelation 13 talks about America and talks about the old beast. talks about two beasts. One beast is Europe, which is Catholicism, and the other beast is America, which gave life to the old beast, to the image of the old beast. So an American Pope is appropriate for, if you want to see where the second beast was, is somewhere in the middle, no? In verse 1 you can read the first beast only. So we're not yet there. We're not talking about that. I'm just answering question, why an American Pope? What relationship does it have? This is the reason. It's a revelation in the Bible. How many realize that America is uh, revealed, of course, by spoken word in Revelation 13. Revelation 13. INC have a different interpretation of the two beasts. They are not focused on America, but America started from Protestantism, from the Seventh Day Adventists. Then the end time message just inherited it. Brother Branham just inherited it. So that's why it's noteworthy to mention that an American Pope one day will come out and he will further uh, ano, push the cooperation of the two. Which two? The European beast and the American beast through this American Pope. Okay, so we'll get back to that later. So if there are no more questions, Brother Jerry, do you have a question? Delay Father Chiniki.
What you mentioned, what you mentioned a while ago about the seven orders. I read that before, the seven orders of the Catholic Church, the Franciscan, the Jesuits, the Carmelites, something like that. They have a grandstanding to make this. And even you, what you posted a while ago, about the Muslim um, Catholic Church have been created this. My question is this: is there any relationship with the Daniel 9:27, and shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week? As it is written,
Now, if you're asking about, is it the Muslim or all the orders? Referring to all the orders, just the Jesuit or the Muslim? Of course, Alberto Rivera will say all of those were created by the Catholic Church. So, what is your question about Daniel 9:27? About the Muslims or not? If I will answer that, if it's the Muslims, Ezekiel 38:39, part of those allies, six allies, are Muslims. Okay? So the Muslims are the Shiite part, Iran, no? The Shiite part will be active in Ezekiel 38:39. The other side will be the Orthodox side, Russia, Armenia, Turkey. So Orthodox side and the Islamic Shiite side. So how about the Sunni side? The Sunni Muslims are supposedly the allies of Israel now at that time. During Ezekiel 38:39, Sunni Muslims would be Israel's allies already. So they will not be, maybe some of them will be part of it, but they're the farther nations. Immediate nations, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, they're no longer part of it. It's farther countries, Turkey, Armenia, Russia, Iran, Libya, Ethiopia. They're farther, much farther from Israel. Okay, so that's to answer what does Islam has to do with Daniel 9:27. Daniel 9:27 came about because of Ezekiel 38:39. Okay, so let's get back to my assignment to Sister Yed. Sister Ed, did you research Father Chiniki? Just answer yes or no. Okay. So before I show the Muslim, anyone can just play the Muslim. Let me just interject that the same, if you play it from the Facebook, there will be no double sounds. So if anyone can play it, even you, no? You play it from the series, the Muslim, Islam made by the Pope. There will be no double sounds because it's Facebook. We're just share screening it. Okay. So right now, let's talk about Father Chiniki first. Um, so could you share us something about Father Chiniki? Father Chiniki is among those quoted. There's a comics about Father Chiniki actually, the Great Betrayal. So um, please share us and give us some pictures about Father Chiniki. He was a Catholic priest that saw the danger of Catholicism going to America. He was awakened, like Alberto Rivera. Okay, please share to us, Sister Yed. Come close to the mic. So, illustrations of Father Chiniki. The others, you can try research also. Charles Chiniki. Okay, can you tell us about him? Come close to the mic. Yes, that's good, clear. It's very clear.
Yes, Charles Trinity was a French-Canadian Catholic priest who became famous for leaving the Roman Catholic Church and becoming a Protestant minister and outspoken critic of Catholicism. And Trinity was once a loyal Catholic priest for 25 years and came to believe that many Catholic teachings were unbiblical, and he denounced practices like confession to priests, the veneration of Mary, the Mass as the repeated sacrifice of Christ, and the Church's restriction of Bible reading. He warned that these traditions replace the pure gospel with man-made systems of control.
Hello, hello. So, Father Chiniki, so what made him leave the Catholic Church? What did he see in the Catholic Church before he became a Protestant? Okay. If you okay. By the way, more detailed life story of Father Chiniki. Look for the Chick publications, The Great Betrayal. So maybe Mr. Remy has a copy of that. She can show it here. That's it. The Great Big Betrayal. The Big Betrayal. Okay, that's the life story. Oh, the Big Betrayal is about Abraham Lincoln, but Father Chiniki is also there, I think. So they're exposing the Catholic Church. Abraham Lincoln saw a dark cloud in the horizon, which are the Catholic Church transferring to America. And the cause of his assassination was their influence also. Okay, that's the claim, huh? Let's go to Islam. So like the picture of Albert, not, yeah, is it one of Alberto Rivera's series in the comics, in Crusaders comics, The Prophet. If you can show that again, then we're gonna play the video. Anyone get ready to play the video, no? If so, but okay, can you show The Prophet, the one of the comics of Crusaders? A while ago, you showed it a while ago. That's it. Okay, so we're gonna show a video that about this. Of course, it was not by not made by the comics producer, no? The comics producer is Chicks Publications, but this is another documentary by another group. So I hope we ourselves can make documentaries too. Let's go to Kogyo End Time series. So let's play for 1 minute. Oh, there's a series of comics, series of life story of Alberto Rivera, and the last of it is the prophet, no?
Hello, Bro Francis.
So while Brother Jerry is asking question, please go to Kogyo End Time series, Sister Yed. Okay, before you play, let Brother Jerry ask his question first.
Bro Francis, is it true that the Catholic Church created Islam, but as it goes along the way, Muhammad, he made it by himself. He left Catholics, he left Catholic. He, what I mean is he
He did not follow the
goes by
Catholic
his own.
bidding.
He goes by his own, into his own.
I would agree with you because that will be my opinion later. And if you read the comics, the Pope will be very angry because communism is one of their children. Aside from Islam as one of their children, communism is also one of their children. And the Pope was very upset because they took the gold and betrayed him.
Yes, and that's why Crusades was made in 11th
No.
century.
Communism is different. The Crusades is
What I
another
am-
time.
What I am telling is, in return with Muhammad's what we call it a betrayal, the crusade was made by Pope to get Jerusalem.
Well, that's one of it. But the reason of the Crusades was against Orthodox also. That's the claim of the comics by the Chicks Publications. Alberto Rivera also. So, the papacy created communism. The papacy created Islam. Later, Islam got out of hand. So, they have to wage a crusade wars to take back the land. Because the Muslims are supposed to hand over Jerusalem to the Catholics. According to Alberto Rivera's story, okay?
And they made also Mussolini, isn't it? And Hitler.
Yes, that's part of the papal conspiracy. If you read Alberto Rivera's testimony, okay, he has those histories, Avro Manhattan included. So let's play 1 minute only. 1 minute of this. So this is a teaser. That means to say we're not gonna play the whole 1 hour. So we're just gonna play 1 minute. So if you want to watch it, just go to Kogyo End Time series. Okay? So we just mentioned the content, but those are inside are the details, the evidences. In the producer of this film, okay? I hope we can. I hope that some of you will continue the research, how we can be like them, okay? Because our open forums are also documentaries. So I have to research. Of course, no one is reckoning with me on the office about hashtags. So the YouTube will be spread. Yeah, hashtags for the YouTube. On Facebook, we're relying on share comment list. Okay, so but hashtags will add additional help. So please play it for 1 minute with the sound. Play it with the sound. So just play it from Facebook.
The year is 1999. Pope John Paul II gently bows and presses his lips to the Quran, the holy book of Islam. Cameras flash, the world gasps, a gesture of
Raise
peace,
the volume a little
or a
bit.
signal to insiders. Now rewind 13 centuries. A man kneels inside a cave on the edge of the Arabian desert. He's trembling. Voices whisper in the dark. His name? Muhammad. His comforter. A wealthy woman with Christian connections. Her cousin? A Catholic scholar of the Gospels. In that moment, a new religion is born. But was it truly born of the desert? Or conceived in the shadows of Rome? This is not just another story about Islam. This is a journey into the hidden architecture of power. A forgotten story that stretches from Mecca's sacred black stone to the marble halls of the Vatican. You've been told that these two world religions are rivals. But what if they were never truly enemies? What if Islam, far from being Rome's greatest opponent, was actually one of its greatest creations? The symbols, the rituals, the alliances, all point to one chilling conclusion. What began as a spiritual movement may have been, from the very start, part of a master plan. A plan hatched in the smoke of incense behind curtains of secrecy and sealed with blood. The truth is not what it seems, and what you're about to discover may change how you see history and prophecy forever.
Okay, you may cut it
First-
now. The volume is very low, no? But I mean, never mind. We should have increased the volume. So that's how we're gonna do it with the music also. You may cut the video. Let's get back to our outline. That's just a teaser trailer for all of you. If you are hungry for progressive revelation, and of course, you'll also be hungry for service to others. We're finished with the denominational
Let's acknowledge-
side. Father Chiniki, so I also gave you the comics. You may just read it. You can ask Sister Remy for that. And if there are continuous recording
Slips
in
to
the
the
office,
Quran,
maybe we can
The Holy
print
Book of Islam.
the comics
Cameras flash.
so that
The world
everyone can buy.
gasps. A gesture of peace.
Only in
Or
the
a
church,
signal to
the local
insiders.
church.
Now rewind 13
Because you cannot-
centuries.
I
A man
I think
kneels
you
in-
cannot sell it outside. Maybe you can, no? But inside our church. So the printing will not be forgotten. Okay, let's move to the end time message side. Last week, did we start with the preacher? Oh, of course, he speaks in Tagalog. Could you show the part 2? The previous. So let's go to part 2 of the outline. Okay. So it's good
Let
if
me read
okay.
America in Prophecy.
Let's go to part 2 of the
Wala. America in Prophecy, letter B. Second beast rises from the earth. Role of the United States and Masonic influence.
Okay, we're not yet in letter B. Are we finished with letter A?
I don't
We
think
tackled that
so.
last week. If we tackled that last week, let's give some review. What are message believers saying about this? So, Sister Yed, I presume you watched, or Sister Remy also, watched the whole video of Pastor John Ferrer, or hopefully you watched other videos also relating to that. Of course, there are lots of them that talks about this. So, tell me about what they shared. Of course, that's on the level of Brother Branham. Then later, we're going to share our side. Letter B, letter C, letter D. So we need to objectively report first what are they teaching among anti-message circles regarding the American Pope, the image of the beast, the 10 horns. Of course, they have to talk about Revelation 13. So we want to hear their versions first. So please tell us what you taken note of Pastor Jun Ferrer's presentation. and hopefully other end time preachers if you have tried to watch them. Okay. Sister Remied, please share to us what Pastor Jun Ferrer shared about the beast, the image of the beast, the Pope, the American Pope, 10 horns. I presume what is in the outline is what he said, what he talked about. Remied, are you there? Hello?
She's not around, Brother Francis. Are
I
you
can
there,
hear you.
Sister Yet? Okay, go.
Please proceed. What Brother Jun Ferrer shared and others. The notes from the live. Come closer to the mic. Oh, that's clear. That's good. Okay.
Yes. This is from the live. Jennifer's
The notes
preaching.
from the live. Come closer to the mic.
Hello, brother.
Oh, that's clear. That's good. Okay.
Yes, from 1954 quote if Brother Branham and from Brother Branham and has fulfilled after more than 70 years. He explained that the WMB is relating the prophecy of the last pope that will be coming from the US and in Revelation 13 that will eventually form the image of the beast, which no other than the ecumenical movement. And John Ferrer also said that the image of the beast is the person in front of the mirror and the reflection is the image of the beast. So from religious beast, which is the RCC, has an image of the beast, which is Protestantism, World Council of Churches, which is called by WMB as Confederation of Church. And as per June Ferrer, the mark of the beast is the denomination organization. The number of the beast is the number of its name, 666. And the bride of Christ will unite in the word of God, while the unbelievers, like the agnostics, shallow-minded people, will unite into the confederation of churches. And Juncker said that Pope Leo will be the last pope if the rapture will take place, but he did not personally claim that he, Pope Leo XIV, could be the last pope.
Okay.
And
Thank. Still continue. If you still have.
yeah, Pastor Jennifer talked about the little horn. He said that the
Come
little
closer
horn
to
was
the
the
mic.
hello.
Okay. Clearer.
Yes, Pastor Jennifer said that the little horn was the papacy, not a king but a pope. And according to 1920s Lutheran Treaty, a pope is considered as the head of state, though not a king, head of a religious organization, not the head of a political organization. And the pope is the eyes and the mouth of a church, RCC.
Okay. Is that all? Okay. So we can give some commentary from here. It's good to explain that the beast is the Catholic Church. The image of the beast are the Protestant movement, which comes together in an ecumenical movement. It's similar to the beast. That's why it's called image to the beast. Now, let me share something on the side of the politics. there is a beast that is distinct from the Catholic Church. What is that beast? That's the political beast. So this is, I'm referring to a religious, what Brother John Ferrer shared is about a religious beast. But the beast originally was political. It's Rome. So remember the four beasts? So you can share pictures of the four beasts coming out of the sea. There's lion. There's the bear. There's the leopard, four-headed leopard. And there's the dreadful, terrible beast. Do you have a picture of that? In Revelation
The power
31.
of Rome. Huh?
So it's no, it's where I'm gonna focus on the political. So we don't deny the religious side. The religious beast is the Roman Catholicism, the Holy Roman Empire. The image of the beast is correct, can be correctly said the other churches that came out from her. But is this the only picture we have for the four beasts? Anyway, therefore, four beasts that came out of the sea. So these are originally political. So do you have a picture of the lion, the bear, the leopard, then what we see here right now is the dreadful, terrible beast, actually. So the dreadful, terrible beast, there are 7 heads, 10 horns, like that. But the four beasts that came, oh, that's it. The four beasts that came out of the sea, these are not yet merged, united, combined. These are still separate. These are the Babylonian Empire, Persian Empire, a Greek Empire, then the Roman Empire. So what were they originally? They were political. They were not religious yet, although religious aspect have some interactions with Israel on the religious side, but they're originally political. So when we go to Revelation 13, don't just think of the religious side. The Seventh-day Adventists, the Protestants, Alberto Rivera, and Brother Branham, they're focused on the religious side. That's why it's the Catholic Church, it's the World Council of Churches, it's National Council of Churches, it's the ecumenical movement. But let's talk about the political beast first. Oh no, let's then talk about the political beast next.
Hello, Bob Francis.
So maybe okay. If you wish to interject, by the way, sister, please show a picture of the United Beast, no, Revelation 13, 1 and 2 beast from Armstrong's Armstrong's drawing. It's the best. Okay, Brother Jerry.
There is also a military, economic, aside from political and religious.
Those are the four winds. Those are
Yes,
under the four
winds. I
winds.
mentioned a while ago. Yes, that's like Alexander the Great. Political and military might have been true by him. He made it politically and militarily.
Well, when I say political, it's also military. When I mention political here, it's understood there is military, and if you wish to include economic, I'm just separating the religious aspect. That's what Brother Bernard mentioned, the religious aspect. What we're mentioning right now is the political aspect. Under political, you can include economic, military. Okay? So what about this? If you noticed that the four beasts separate a while ago was merged into this one singular beast. You can read this in Revelation 13, 1 and 2. So, how did it happen? What does this mean? So it's originally political. It's not originally religious, although religious is just intermeshed with it. If it's originally political, where is the woman? Is the woman part of the beast or separate? Revelation 17, the woman is riding the beast. They have another picture of that. Maybe you can combine, share it here. The red, scarlet, crimson beast. Also, Armstrong's drawing is also good. No? So there's another beast in Revelation 17. It's colored red. Red with blood. Blood of the saints. There's a woman riding up on the beast. So can you show pictures of that? Okay, that's one. Although there's another that looks similar to this. I hope you can look for the one similar to the other one. Another drawing from Armstrong. The woman's is very small. So the woman is not the beast. The woman is just riding the beast. The woman is controlling the politics, the kings. The woman is the church. It's the Roman Catholic Church. So, okay, that's the picture I was asking for. The woman here looks very small. Why did I choose this picture? Because it's similar to the to the Revelation 13 beast of Herbert W. Armstrong's drawing, rendering. So you can see some similarity, no? Is the beast the woman riding also a merged, united four beasts? Yes, but it did not mention the head. So it's by spoken word understanding that the beast the woman was riding, it gobbled up Babylon, Persia, Greco-Macedonia. So the Roman Empire has a combination of all of that. But during the time the woman rode the beast, it's no longer the Roman Empire only. It's what we call the Holy Roman Empire. And the beast was scarlet red because the woman was drunk with the blood of the saints. And let's compare with the other beast. The beast that came out of the sea in Revelation 13 is not red with the blood. Why? Because he has a short time. He can kill humanity by world war, nuclear war, but his time will be very short. Jesus Christ will intervene while World War III is taking place. But on the other hand, the woman had 1,000 years of killing spree for the believers of the saints, martyred of the saints. So, even though they're not sophisticated like nuclear weapons, high-tech weapons, even with a sword, they killed a lot of people, millions of them. Fox Book of Martyrs say it was 68 million. Maybe in one place, maybe in Europe alone, or what. So, if you research that, no? So we're talking about the beast. How does this connect to the papacy? So the woman is no longer in control. The papacy today is different. When the woman was in control, the papacy was in control. He's like a dictator. That's the Dark Ages, the one you see at the right. But if you see the one on the left, that beast, there's still Catholicism, there's still the papacy, but it's no longer prominent like the woman. It's no longer controlling the nations. If you read Revelation 17, the latter part, give him 1 hour with the beast. Share power. You'll be given 1 hour with the beast. What does that mean? They will have a short time of collaboration. I believe that will be in the last week of Daniel. The last week of Daniel, if you can show that, the picture of Brother Jackson, Brother Gan. Brother Jackson is much more better, although it looks more comical. The illustration of Brother Gan looks more decent, but there's no Pope there.
Hello,
Only
Brother
the
Francis.
okay, only the head hat, but the tiara. But Jackson's illustration. Look for that illustration of Brother Jackson, where he shows the papacy there. Okay, or Brother Jerry.
Hello, Brother Francis. Let me clarify. Are you saying that the woman was becoming weaker while the beast became stronger? The beast that she was riding. Is it today or it will be on the future? You mentioned that in dark ages, the woman or the Catholic Church was so strong. He just
That's riding the
to
beast.
uh, to the beast that she was riding.
So while she was strong, she in the Bible it's portrayed as she was riding the beast. But in Revelation 17, you no longer see a separate woman riding the beast. Why? She's no longer in control except when you reach in the tribulation period. A very short, or just 1 hour with the beast. In this, when the woman was riding the beast, she was in control. When in Revelation 17, you didn't see the woman anymore. The papacy will have a very short time to control the beast. That will be the last week of Daniel. Remember, there was a wound, or later we're going to talk about the wound to the head. But right now, for a short time, half of the week actually, 3.5 years, the papacy will have control over all nations. They will hand the power to him for 3.5 years. That's the time, that's a short time, we will have power. But in the middle of the week, the two prophets will destroy his influence. And he will be demon possessed. And he will take over the temple. Even if you have an illustration of the temple, Bar Jackson had an illustration. So the temple that he took over, he will destroy the covenant. He will break the covenant with many. He made a covenant with many for 1 week, but in the midst of the week, because of the two prophets, he will destroy the covenant. He will destroy the peace, and it will set off the other nations for World War III. Set off, that means World War III is not yet taking place. It's about to take place. They're preparing to take. They don't know it, but they're gearing up for that because they want to take over Jerusalem. Why will they want to take over Jerusalem? Because the Pope took over Jerusalem. It's supposed to be an international city. But after the killing of the two prophets, he took over the temple. And it's a betrayal of trust. So, you can see the woman is no longer in Revelation 17. Revelation 13. Because it merged with politics. He became political. The Pope becomes political. Right now, the Pope is semi-political. In the Dark Ages, he was political. Right now, after Reformation, in this modern age, he's semi-political. So, Avro Manhattan was portraying that they were egging United States to go on a first strike. The U.S. Cardinals were egging the United States to go on a first strike to the USSR. That will usher in World War III, actually. It's a good thing their influence was not yet that great. But here in the last week of Daniel, the papacy will play its hand for a very, very short time. That's why it said 1 hour with the beast. And after that, in the middle of the week, he will lose control again. But he will set the whole world off in persecuting the foolish that became wise and the 144,000. Foolish that repented to become wise. Foolish will not be glorified, will not be part of the third resurrection if they don't repent from their foolishness. Because foolishness is wickedness. The wicked shall not understand. Okay, so we're going to talk about the mark of the beast. We're going to talk about the image of the beast. Do you have any questions? So
Yes,
let's get back.
I have a
Okay.
question, Brother
So
Francis.
go back to the outline while Brother Lito is asking his question.
My question is, why is this Revelation chapter 13 conglomeration that these 10 horns are on the on the seven head? And what does significance and who is controlling on that 10 horns?
Okay, to answer
In this
Barlito,
one.
please go back to the beast from the sea. Whether it's the woman or both, no? The woman and and the Revelation 13 beast.
Is it Brother Francis, is it the same mentioned in Daniel chapter 7
Yes, yes, yes.
in the fourth beast,
Yes,
which is
yes.
the great and terrible?
Yes.
Is it
So
is it similar situation, or
yes, yes,
it's
similar,
in a
similar.
similar situation but in a different time?
I wonder if you have a picture of that, no? Of Armstrong also, the fourth beast coming out of the sea. Now, there's a 10 horns in Daniel. There's 10 horns in Revelation 17. There are 10 horns in Revelation 13. Why is the 10 horns included? Because the Roman Empire, starting from Daniel, took over the 10 tribes in Europe. So, Sister Berna, if you can look for the 10 horns of Daniel. Daniel's dreadful, terrible beast. So, look for the Daniel Force, with 10 horns, okay? So, you can look it for Armstrong's, so also Armstrong's picture. So, let's go back to these 10 horns. Look at the 10 horns from Daniel and Revelation. Revelation, there's chapter 17 and there's chapter 13. What is the background of the 10 horns? The background of the 10 horns is the European tribes. They have a picture of Europe. The Romans subjugated those tribes. When the Rome fell, that's the wound on the head, one of the wound of the head. Because the wound of the head can be religious, can be political. Armstrong focused on political. The Seventh-day Adventists focused on the spiritual. The Pope was imprisoned. Martin Luther had a sword that wounded the head of the beast, the religious beast. But let's go to the transference of power. When Rome fell, the power was transferred to the papacy. The papacy controlled the 10 horns. It's no longer the political Rome. Political Rome became a religious Rome. That's why we call it the Holy Roman Empire. It was the Pope who crowns the emperor of Europe. It was the Pope who can unseat a king who is disobedient to him. So that's the time you read in Revelation 17, the woman was riding the beast. But still the 10 horns were there. But go to the left side. The 10 horns are still there. Because they're no longer, although they're no longer controlled by Rome, they're no longer controlled by the Holy Roman Empire, the Catholic Church.
Hello, Francis.
Let me finish. But they're independent, but they became a European Union. You see, the European Union is a merger of all these beasts. So there's the 10 horns on its head, but there's the 4 beasts in its body. That means to say,
Hello.
The
Sir
Revelation
Francis, are you
13
still
beast
there?
is a combination. Let me just say one more sentence. In the end time, it will not just be Europe. It will be then geopolitical regions of the earth. So it will represent the whole earth. The beast here will represent the whole earth. No longer just Europe. Okay, Bargeri. Bargeri.
Brother Jerry, it's not yet. Brother Francis, can I
Uh,
follow questions? So, in this conglomeration of the beast, why is
Wait. Bargeri, please mute your microphone. It's very noisy. So it's static. The static is very loud. It's very annoying. No? Okay, thank you for muting it. Barlito, proceed with your question.
so? In we are you are explaining about the conglomeration of this beast, of the body of the beast, and then who is uh who control in this Revelation chapter 13 when the 10 horns are on the top of the seventh head, who is now controlling
The beast.
in this 10 horns, Brother Francis, in this
For now, it
in
is
this
another
time.
beast. For now, at this present time, there's another beast that's controlling the first beast. And that's why Brother Branham said that it's American Pope. Not the Pope itself, but it's America. It's natural to say it's a Pope because the papacy is the Catholic Church. So, but the other beast that came out of the earth will become a superpower. Oh, that's what the picture I was asking for a while ago. That's Daniel, no? The fourth beast has 10 horns. So Rome controlled the 10 tribes in Europe. But in Revelation 13, the 10 horns will no longer be the 10 tribes of Europe. It will be 10 geopolitical regions of the earth because it will be worldwide. This beast will become worldwide. This beast will not just be Europe. It will not just be the United States. It will absorb everything, even the United States, because there will be a manhunt, a witch hunt. They will track down the believers of the two prophets. Later, that will become the mark of the beast for the tribulation. Right now, we have the mark of the beast, but it's not yet identified as condemnation of the two prophets. So here in the picture, the 10 horns coming out of the sea, that's the 10 tribes. But the 10 horns let's go back to Revelation 13. The 10 horns you see there would no longer just be the 10 tribes or the European Union. Many still understand it's the European Union. But actually, it will be the whole world. These four beasts represent the empires that involved Israel,
So this is
that
not
chastised Israel.
only so this is not only a 10 horns
Of Europe.
in this yes,
It
this
will
is not
it will be
only
10 horns of the world. The 10
yes.
geopolitical regions of the world. So please go back to Revelation 13. So I was asking for this picture a while ago. This was the beast you can see, read from Daniel 4. He already had the 10 horns.
Can you include in your explanation that on these 10 horns right now they have a crowns on their head, but before they have no crowns in Daniel chapter 7. We also that in Daniel chapter 7 this four beasts as we saw this picture is that conglomeration according to Daniel. It's not yet conglomeration, but in John's revelation, there is a conglomeration body beast. But on that
So
head, on that seven heads, and then the 10 horns, we have a crowns And then you are explaining that this not only fulfilled Europe, but this is a uh, geopolitical power, racing power.
So let me answer. No, don't take too long in asking question, okay? So make it quick. So the 10 crowns. So please show the part that the horns had 10 crowns. The 10 horns had 10 crowns. Please show it. The previous picture. The picture of Revelation 13 beast, I think. The 10 horns had 10 crowns. Okay, see that? See in the illustration? The 10 crowns represent independent nations. So before, Rome was controlling them. Now, Rome is no longer controlling them. They're independent. They've become the European Union. Let me go further. In the 10 geopolitical regions of the earth, 10 crowns represent their independent nations. They were not subjugated by one singular power, not subjugated by Nazis, communists, not the United States. The United States gave them life. But they are independent nations that came together, like what we call today the UN, the United Nations. Whatever unity the whole world has, that's the 10 crowns. And they will be united at the last part of Revelation 13 in apprehending those that does not have the mark of the beast in their hands or in their head. So let's talk about the other beast. Because that is where our topic comes in, the American Pope. America is the second beast from not the sea, but from the earth. Okay. Do you have a picture of the beast that came out of the earth? I think Armstrong doesn't have a picture of that. I like his drawing of this beast from the sea. But what about the beast from the earth? Maybe you can use Brother Jackson's illustration, okay? Brother Gan also doesn't have any illustration. Oh, he used the contender, so he used the illustration. So I need the beast that came out of. So this is similar, arrival of Armstrong. This is one of the splinter church of Armstrong. Maybe not the Philadelphia trumpet, maybe the other church that came out from Armstrong. The Church of God.
Is it Key of David?
Key of David, Philadelphia trumpet is Philadelphia Church of God. But there are different churches of God. I forgot their names. United Church of God, maybe. That's the one. Or there are others, no? That made this picture. Garner Ted also has his Church
What
of God.
about Tomorrow's World? Is it
Tomorrow's World is one
continuity
I
of
think
Herbert W. Armstrong?
Living Church of God. So they're the splinters, no? You can study about them. But let's not take much time on that. I need to see the beast that came out of the earth. So Sister Berna, you can readily see that the picture you shown is similar to the other pictures. But I'm asking for the beast that came out of the earth. So click the picture on Progressive Ministry. That's the beast that came out of the earth. A lamb beast. Now, how did you know it's America? Can you answer me, Barlito? This is your examination.
Because America was the first country that God used in the beginning.
Okay, what was my evidence? What was my evidence that the lamb beast that came out of the earth is America?
In this in this prophecy in Revelation 13, this lamb beast speaks like a dragon.
Okay, so you failed the test. You must go live um, in your free time to go over all the topics. Marjorie, do you remember? Barmenan, do you remember? What was my reason? What was my biblical evidence that this is America? You're not gonna read America there. That's why INC have a different
And
interpretation. Maybe other churches.
according to Brother Jackson, that America prophecy, Earth, God used America to I forgot.
It's not Brother Jackson also. Brother Jackson didn't have that kind. I didn't read that kind of
Hello,
explanation. Brother.
hello, Brother Francis.
I gave an evidence from the Bible.
A woman
How
from
do you
wilderness,
prove
Brother Francis.
it? Oh, that's Jackson. That's Bar Jackson. So every one of you forgot. Okay, Barmenan, do you remember?
A new world, the new world.
Okay, I broadcasted this a lot, many times already. I'm gonna repeat this again, but you have to share to others so you will not forget. So Barmenan, if Bar Enoch heard my broadcast on that and can repeat it here, I'm gonna give him 10,000 pesos. But Bar Enoch is not speaking up. Okay, so yeah, let me give the answer. If you remember this, take note of this, and if, in order for you not to forget it, you need to share to others. If you're not sharing it to others, you're just burying the talent underground. Okay. The evidence in the Bible is where the beast came out. Where did the first beast came out? From the sea.
See,
From the sea. What is the sea? The Great Sea. What is the Great Sea? The
Mediterranean,
Mediterranean Sea. What is the Mediterranean Sea? The Old World.
Europe.
What is the Old World? The Old World
Europe.
is not just Europe. It's Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia. That's the Old World.
So you
if
say
you,
that this is not only a Europe, it's the whole world.
the Old World, listen carefully, okay? Do not be Bisaya.
Old world is Europe.
Not just Europe. Europe, Asia, Africa, Middle East. That's the Old World. So if you know the Old World, you know there are continents in the Old World. So what is the other continent that's not yet mentioned in the Bible? It's the New World. It's another continent. It's the American continent. That's where you get Brother Jackson's explanation, Barjeri. But I haven't read it from others, but I saw it in the Bible, so you can make use of it. How do you know? How do you prove that the lamb beast is America? Because he came out from another place aside from the sea. One came from the sea, another came from the earth. So the earth is somewhat of a counterpart to the sea, another continent, another world. So the old world, the Mediterranean world, that's the sea. That's the Great Sea. That's where the old beast came out. The old beast came out from the old sea in the vicinity of the Mediterranean Sea. All nations, all continents that involves it with it. How about the earth? It is from another continent. And you know there's a superpower that is from another continent, and that is the United States. That's the Lamb Beast. The new world. Okay, question.
Question, Brother Francis. In Brother Jackson's contender, he is so much focused in America or the lamb beast that started out. He became a beast during World War II. And now here comes the new Pope in America. So when will be and where and when will be the time when this lambis started. So we are now focusing in this last day, in this end time, about the new pope. What is more significance in regarding with Brother Jackson's explanation about this Revelation 13 verse 11 to 15 and in this end time about the new pope, because the America was once again mentioned in this about this prophecy. Are there two prophecies regarding this Revelation 13:11?
Yes, I'm showing the political and the religious side. So I'm not against the end time preachers focus on the religious side. But you need to focus also on the political side. Everything will become political right now. It will be political. The two prophets will be political.
So yes,
It will not
political.
just
The
be
two
religious.
prophets are political, not religious.
Yes, because the whole world will not condemn you. The Catholic Church today will not condemn you for not believing in the Trinity, not believing in Sunday worship. Everyone has freedom of beliefs today. But if it affects the political setup, you're a terrorist. If you destroy the New World Order, you destroy the hegemony of the New World Order. The New World Order is peace and safety. When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction comes to them. So let's move on from America. What did she do? She speak like a dragon. So we're not going to focus on that. Speaking like a dragon means you speak like the first beast. You give power. You're acting like the first beast. But of course, you're different from the first beast. You're like America was founded on the ideals of Masonry. Well, some will say they're founded on the ideals of Christianity. That's true. But Masonry came alongside with it. So before Alberto Rivera Chiniquer, what says it was the Catholic Church that influenced, is I do believe that also, but it was Masonry. And if Masonry is just one of the children, then it will fulfill of the Catholic Church, of the papacy, then it would fulfill this master plan of uniting the world. Under what? Under what we call the image of the beast. So the beast came from Europe. Later it will engulf the whole world. But America built an image to the beast. You say image to the beast. So other preachers will say the Protestantism. So we're talking of political here. We're no longer talking of religious or ecumenical movement. What is political? United States pushed the notion of democracy in the world. So they fought against Nazism, communism. So for what? To push their own version of world hegemony, world peace, world order, United Nations. After World War II, or maybe before the end of World War II, Roosevelt established the United Nations. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, then it will be Truman. What was the purpose of United Nations? To stop all wars, to settle it amicably. Before the United Nations, there was the League of Nations. They were being ignored. But the United Nations, there are still countries that are ignoring the United Nations. But one day, maybe the American Pope might do it because he will make a covenant with many for 1 week. He might unite the whole world. The whole world will be united after Ezekiel 38-39 war. So, what is the image of the beast? The image of the beast, what is the agenda America is pushing for the whole world? Actually, it's like Laodicea, lukewarmness. It's like Masonry, no? Like this day's belief that whatever you believe, it's all right. When you go inside Masonry, whatever religion you want, it's all right. So it doesn't matter if it's Protestantism, Catholicism, it could be any other religion. And the Pope eventually would follow through. Before, the papacy was just outright one monopoly, no? One true church. But right now, the Pope is all inclusive. Maybe their own version of being Berean. But
Uh,
it
Brother
is
Francis,
fellowship with others, but no contesting of beliefs. Okay, Barlito.
are you already explaining that in our time in this Revelation 13, 13 verse 1, 2, and 3, and 11, the two V's, how is it correlated today in this prophecy that this another beast, which is America, and then the Pope is American Pope today. Is it related to Revelation 13 beast? How is it correlated?
Because Americans,
Are you
let me
already
answer.
explaining this?
Yes, yes. Because
Okay.
America is pushing the agenda, forwarding the agenda of world hegemony through democracy. So, what
Mhm.
kind of democracy? Like Laodicea, whatever you believe in, as long as you keep everything in order, it's no longer religious, it's political. Eh. You make everyone happy. Okay? Keep everyone happy. Don't trample on others' rights. So, America, in trying to push for this new world order of democracy in all nations, it is an image of the beast. So when you feel lukewarm, when you feel you want to enjoy the world, Disney, etc., that's the image of the beast. Like rock music, no, Korean pop, Korean K-pop, and whatever.
Are you saying that
Where,
this
where did the Koreans learn K-pop? From the United States. He infected the whole world. His trash infected the whole world. His Hollywood movies. Majority has a different agenda because it's forwarding a different line of thought. Gay rights, LGBTQ. So that's the image. The original beast was not like that, but the original beast will follow suit. Eventually, this image of the beast is different from the original beast, but the original beast will support it because it gave life to the first beast. And if you don't worship this, you are against. You're like a terrorist. So there
so
are
that is
people who are against this world debauchery, and they're seen as fanatics, militants, like some Muslims, uh, Islamic militants. There could also be Christian militants. There could be other religions. But
so
it's conditioning the mind for the coming of the two prophets. The two prophets would surely be against this freedom of rights, or this lukewarmness, or this spirit of this image of the beast, of proponent of which is the lamb beast, speaking like a dragon. So from the image of the beast, later we're gonna talk about the mark.
so
Okay,
speaking,
question.
Brother Francis is speaking like American speaking is like a dragon. It's worse than the a former beast. It's worse than the former beast.
Because it's more deceptive. The first beast had a track record in the dark ages of killing the Christians, right?
Yeah.
But this
Yes.
kind of beast does not kill Christians. it gives what they want, no? So when you hear some brethren tell us, I don't need to do that. I have my own freedom to desire. Ano, that is the image of the beast.
Mhm.
Sariling diskarte. So this, what is Laodicea? People's rights.
Mhm.
The image of the beast today is not just Protestantism or the different organizations, the UN or what. It is the spirit of the whole world, the spirit of lukewarmness. And it's political. It's like religion wrapped up in politics. The politics will protect your freedom of religion, your freedom of speech. What about your freedom of lifestyle and many other things? Freedom to corrupt your children in the schools unknowingly. They don't know it. They think they're teaching good things to the children. But your children will lose interest in the Bible most of the time when they go to school. So, or progressive things in the Bible. So the image of the beast is built up by the second beast from the earth, and the whole world this image of the beast. Even the followers of the first beast, the Europe, they worship this image of the beast. This image of the beast has become much more important than the original beast itself. So let's talk about the mark. Today we have the mark. We say the mark is Nicolaitan spirit. But what about the tribulation period? Those that does not have the mark cannot buy or sell. How does that happen? Do you have a picture of the mark, Sister Yed? Without the mark, you cannot buy or sell.
That is
So
that is
the
not
whole
a
world will
literal
be
mark.
united for that. Again.
That is not a literal mark, but a spiritual marking.
So there
As in
are old
New
teachings
World.
like it's a tattoo, it's a microchip, it's a vaccine, or it's your credit card. One of our previous pastors, that was my previous disciple, said, I'm afraid to use my credit card because it will be mark of the beast. The barcode, those are just decoys. The real mark, you already have it. What is the mark of the beast? It's Nicolaitanism. What about in the tribulation period? It's still Nicolaitanism, but it applies to the two prophets.
Yes.
Because how you
So the
see
two
the two
prophets.
prophets,
So the two
that's how you
prophets
will
right
be
now.
marked.
The two prophets in the tribulation period will be the mark.
The separating factor, if you have the mark in the tribulation or not. Which
Mhm.
mark do you have? The mark of God, the seal of God, or you have the mark of the beast? So why is the mark of the beast
The
involved
mark
with the
of the
two
beast.
prophets?
The mark of the beast in the tribulation period is the world view, as you said.
It's still the worldview right now. Right now, your worldview about the image of the beast, that gives you the mark also. Right now, let's talk about our brethren. If you're lukewarm, sometimes you become Nicolaitan. Don't think if you're lukewarm, you're just lukewarm, no? Sometimes you become Nicolaitan. In your heart, you put it in your heart, I will not do it. You are indignant, you're defiant. Nagmamatigas. We're talking of walking in the light, ha? You may pretend to be a Christian, you may know certain truths, but you refuse to walk in the light, you have the mark. You arbitrarily, deliberately, sinasadya mo. You deliberately, arbitrarily refuse to walk in the light. When
But
you
if
refuse,
it not intentionally, can we call it Nicolaitanism, Brother Francis?
it's subconscious. You don't think you're doing it. You don't know you're going against God because you know a lot of truths already. You're relaxed. You feel no need to progress further to be trained further, to grow further in ministry, in revelation, and many other things. Whatever revelation you learned, you forgot about it because you're relaxed. You think you've already reached the pinnacle. I'm already a father. I'm already a minister. Why do I need to do what the kids are doing? Like emergency Abraham preparation or dowry or being Berean. I'm already Berean because I the deepest in understanding in the church. You can relax when you relax. When you're told to do something or you need to do something and you purposely not do it, you heeded the call of Nicolaitanism. Like you cannot force me. If you have that kind of spirit, that's Nicolaitanism. But it's subconscious. You don't think you're not like that. You think you're a God follower. Okay. If you have bias against someone else, you never notice that. What about lukewarmness? They are kin spirits, kinship spirits. If you're lukewarm, it can lead you to Nicolaitanism. Nicolaitanism can lead you to lukewarmness. One leads to the other. So, you don't have to go to other churches or other unbelievers outside in the world. Let's just look at ourselves. Do we have that spirit of defiance? Okay? So, it depends. It's between you and God. That's why that's a 10th vision. It's between you and God. Okay? You know it if you're defiant. You just kneel down and pray and ask for forgiveness. God will forgive you. You just need to confess your sins. Now, and strive, of course, in order to be part of the rapture. Now, about the lukewarm side, the image of the beast. The whole world has been infected with it. Now, what about the mark? So the mark is something that is much more dangerous because your mind is made up. But let's talk about the image of the beast. So the whole world has the mark. The whole world has this image. But the true believers does not have the mark because they are striving to be Berean. They're striving, even though they fail. They're not perfect. They're misfits also. But they're striving. So God sees in their heart if they're justified. So let's go to the tribulation period. What happens in the tribulation period? When the two prophets come out from the scene, the rapture is over. And the two prophets come on the scene. And the two prophets preach their message. What happens to the world? The whole world has a choice. So right now, it's not easy to be Berean. Right now, on this side before the rapture, being Berean, you need to overcome many different doctrines, many different understandings, and many different weaknesses in the flesh. But come the tribulation period, if you can show the tribulation period, it's very easy to be Berean. Just believe what the two prophets preach. And in order to live for that belief, you have to preach. Yeah, they will share. Could you show the 144,000 witnessing, the foolish virgins witnessing in the tribulation? That's when they remove the mark of the beast.
Brother
So
Francis,
Barlito, you need to preach. You need to share from the old things, new and old, so you can remove your mark of the beast.
mm,
How? You need to share it. If you don't share it, you just bury it underground. You're an unworthy servant. So
how can we
those
escape?
foolish that will become wise, they will give their lives how? By allowing themselves to be apprehended by the beast, because they will share the message of the two prophets. What is the message of the two prophets? The everlasting gospel. You see that in the picture. Sealing the 144,000. And what is the everlasting gospel? That is the message for the whole world. And if that is your message, you will be apprehended by the beast because you are one of the terrorists that believes the two prophets. Or the collaborators of the terrorists. Terrorists which the whole world painted to the two prophets. Because of the message. The message is the end of the world. The message is doomsday. Doomsday someday, but not today so far. So the message of the two prophets is doomsday. Right now, are we sharing doomsday? Or are we compromising ourselves with the world? So if you can preach doomsday, the right doomsday, uh, that's how you remove the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast, the tribulation, they will preach. If they don't preach, they will not be apprehended. It might be in question how to be saved. Can they survive as a sheep?
Brother Francis.
So, okay, question.
So this is you mentioned the spirit of defiance. This is this also a spirit of Nicolaitanism, Brother Francis?
Yes, yes. Nicolaitanism, defiance. You utterly refuse to be Berean. You refuse to walk in further light.
That's an
Even if you
attitude
claim you're
to-
Berean, but you don't
That's an-
want to
That's an
tackle
attitude, Brother Francis, to
attitude. Yes, yes.
refusal to obey or refusing to obey God.
Yes, it's written in
God's will.
Thessalonians. Then that know not God and obey not His gospel. So
Mhm.
obeying His gospel, you have something to do. It's not that you just believe and do nothing else. When you believe, you will give your life for something. You'll do something. Okay?
So
So to
unconsciously
remove the mark, it's part of obedience to the progressive truths. Okay.
unconsciously they most likely I think all the believers that has it kind of spirit today
Today, all churches, including ours, majority. So their chance is to be full, to become wise in the tribulation. But they can be wise as early as right now. They just need a change of heart.
So what is the remedy or
You must tell them how to change their hearts. You must tell them where they got it wrong. There are families who refuse to listen to enter this Bible study room, hukum classes. You bring it to them, DVBS, Daily Visitation Bible Studies. If they reject it outright, then you know. But if they don't reject it, they might have a chance. You just need to show it to them. Oh, our kids must have training, or we must have nightly fellowship Bible studies ourselves. So visit other brethren in different places. Those brethren you know who are not yet walking in further light. Okay? You must give them a chance.
Hello.
How about other churches? God will give them their chance. Whatever level they are in. Whatever level they don't know. So God knows if they are supposed to walk in further light.
Can I
So-
comment?
Okay, comment.
According to my statement, it is also a statement of Brother Jackson, I think, that the beast, the terrible beast, has two nature. According to him, their head is from the Greek, but their body was a Romanism. It is a combination of the two empire. They adopt the knowledge of the Greek, but their hand is Babylonian also, or Romanism. So do you agree, Brother Francis, that the old believers also has two combination? Their head, they have the faith, they have the believers in their head, but their hands or works are Babylonian or Romanism.
So the spirit. So I'm just summarizing it as Nicolaitanism and lukewarmness. The spirit from these four world empires, the effect on the world, is these two spirit, Nicolaitanism and lukewarmness. So when they got involved in politics and religion in this world, they become a beast because it's not according to God's plan. It's not according to God's revelation. They have a misconception of God's revelation. So let's talk about people. Do the people today, so we don't discriminate whether it's from our church or other churches or other religions. Do the people today have some semblance of this nature of the world? Yes. But what is their way out? If you become Berean, you will strive to be corrected. If God sees you striving, even if you're not yet perfect, you might be qualified for the rapture. You strive for a long time, not a short time, a long time. If it's a long time, you will see some changes in the person. So, every person, every one of us, we need to strive to overcome our flesh, the worldview. The worldview is ignorance, actually. It's a deception. The world is giving us the deception. This beast is giving us a deception. So we need to overcome that deception. We need to become Berean in order to overcome that deception. Being Berean also involves warring with our flesh. Warring with our flesh means overcoming the weakness of our flesh. If God sees that you are striving to overcome, then you are qualified. What about the rest of the world? The rest of the world are deceived by this image, this mark, that first the image, they're relaxed, they're lukewarm, they're Laodicea. When they had the mark, they're closed-minded. Come the two prophets, and the whole world deceives them to say they're terrorists, they will just believe it. And they will just help in apprehending, not the two prophets, but the followers, the believers of the two prophets. So that's the mark in where? In the tribulation period. So right now, how do we remove the mark? At least we share the truth, because that's how they remove the mark in the tribulation. They witnessed. How were they apprehended? Not because they didn't have a microchip. They were apprehended because they witnessed. Revelation 12, 13 or 11. Revelation 20 verse 4. Revelation 7. By the word of their testimony. They loved not their lives. So they gave up their lives through their testimony. They're willing to witness publicly the message of the hour then, and that will get them apprehended, get them in to jail, no? Get them to be martyred. How about right now? Right now, we're not gonna get martyred, but being Berean right now is not very easy because there are many progressive truths. And if you're being Berean, you have to go all over all of them. The basic important ones, huh? So, it's really not easy. We can admit it. But who goes up in the rapture? Those who really strive for eternal life. So if you want to go up earlier in the rapture, you really sacrifice yourself here on earth. On this side before the rapture, because in the side of the tribulation, it will not be very hard to be Berean. You don't need to study, you don't need to Google, you don't need to do any assignments. You just believe the two prophets by testifying for them. But of course, it will be hard for your life because you will give up your life. You'll give up your family, you give up all your homes, etc. After the rapture, it's not very hard to be Berean, but it's very hard to live. Right now, it's very easy to live. It's just hard to be Berean. But I would say it's not hard enough. It's adventure, actually. You cannot buy or sell. Can you not buy or sell right now? Not, maybe a little bit, but not like in the tribulation. Because you will You cannot buy or sell because you will allow yourself to be apprehended. So so we need to fight it out. If you don't fight it out, we're all infected already because of ignorance. Because aside from ignorance and indiscipline, we let our flesh get used to being relaxed, not striving for God, but we're striving for food, for work, for school, for friends, for excursions, but we're not striving enough for God. So we must strive first and foremost for God. So we need to fight it. We need to fight our flesh on this side. So it's not very hard because it's very hard to live if there's nothing to eat. Everything is in turmoil and chaos. Could you give us a closing prayer, Bar Magellan?
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful message that you've given to us. Give us, Lord, the hunger to thy word, and to those who hear this word, who hear this broadcast. I pray that the Spirit incline their hearts and minds to search the truth, that they were not partakers of this in time world, oh God. Bless is each and every one of us, even the preacher today. It is what I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
In heavenly armor we'll enter the land. The battle belongs to the Lord. No weapon that's fashioned against us will stand. The battle belongs to the Lord. We sing glory, honor, power and strength to the Lord. We sing glory, honor, power and strength to the When the power of darkness comes in like a flood, the battle belongs to the Lord. He's raised up a standard, the power of his blood. The battle belongs to the Lord. And we sing glory, honor, power and strength to the Lord. And we sing glory, honor, power and strength to the Lord. And we sing glory, honor, power and strength to the Lord. And we sing glory, honor, power and strength to the Lord. When your enemy presses in hard, do not fear. The battle belongs to the Lord. Take courage, my friend, your redemption is near. The battle belongs to the Lord.